Hi! In this video series I want to show that everybody can create a building like this. My experiences, mistakes and advice coming up now. A new day on my little site here. So far I've been preparing the foundation. Today I want to lay the first bricks, but first I have to fill up my tube water level and to fix my DIY wooden tripod, so let's go. Okay, I'm trying to find the highest spot of the foundation using the tube water level by always comparing two spots at a time.
Passt.
Forgot my level. Why to begin at the highest spot? It's important that the first row of bricks is perfectly level. Therefore, you need a layer of mortar beneath, being exactly horizontal. Beginning at the highest spot, you can fill lower ones using the mortar instead of beginning at a lower spot maybe and being forced to make the mortar too thin or having to omit it completely underneath a higher one. Okay, now I can just compare it to the spot at the other end of the tube to know which one's higher. Result, it's the same level, so it doesn't matter from which spot to continue measuring. Here you can actually see a little difference in height on the southwest corner. The water in the tube is in line with the edge of the level. At this corner, however, you see the water being just a smidge beneath, meaning that this corner is a bit higher. Using the water tube level and this straight edge, I have found the highest spot of the foundation to be in this area right here, which is where to start the layer of mortar for the first row of bricks. There are various options to do that. Nowadays, usually this equipment is used, a jig or gauge for bringing on the mortar horizontally. Applying the mortar using this jig will be pretty fast, easy and also accurate. Nevertheless, I will not use it, because I think I've got too little experience to work that fast and with the needed amount of mortar. Instead, I will lay a brick on the corner next to the highest spot here, 1 centimeter of mortar beneath, positioning the brick horizontally and vertically, and then setting the remaining corner bricks on the exact same level and finally filling the sides in between the corners, so that I get a whole row of bricks all around on the same level. Here's the first brick, no mortar yet. The layer of mortar should be at least 1 centimeter thick, even underneath the highest spot, but also not much more than 2 centimeters at the lowest spot. So I found the highest spot, which was this one right here, and measured the height of the brick plus 1 centimeter and marked it on this stick, telling me the final upper edge of the brick, so I can put the brick into the right position using hammer and level. The dust of the dry mortar is somewhat harmful, so better wear a mask for protection. Okay, the first brick is now leveled in all directions.
Er ist hier wirklich in der Waage. Hier. So.
It's flush with the outside of the foundation. Height-wise, it may be 1 or 2 millimeters higher than my mark, which is no problem at all. This first brick will just set the actual level for all the other ones in that row.
Steine auch genau in diese Höhe ausrichten. Also sollte dieser erste Eckstein mal ganz gut so passen. Man sieht schon,
You can actually see how fast the brick is sucking the water out of the mortar, so it will be firm soon, and I'm not supposed to move it then anymore.
soll dann nicht mehr bewegt werden natürlich.
Here's the second one. Amount of mortar underneath and level are okay. It also must be exactly the same height as the first one over there. So I set up my tube water level again, so that the water level is projected to this corner right here and should match with the upper side of this brick here, which seemed to be alright.
Herüber übertragen und sollte jetzt mit der Unterkante, wenn die Wasserwaage genau horizontal ist, mit der Unterkante hier abschließen. Das ist einfach wunderbar.
I also scratched out the mortar from the sides so that the adjacent brick can slide in without a problem.
Der Stein muss ja dann auch wieder perfekt da hereinpassen. Es soll in diesen Fugen bis nach unten gleiten können.
This brick already was too low, so I put it away and will now try again.
Die Ecke nochmal neu zu mauern und ins Wasser zu bringen mit der da vorne. Perfetto con frutti di mare.
If you're skilled, you will already have noticed that I again made a mistake on this corner, starting with an entire stone, which you shouldn't do because these stones, the dimensions are 25 times 30 centimeters, and when starting the row like this, it's nearly impossible not to have the gaps of 2 rows on top of each other. Those vertical gaps should be offset ideally half a stone's width in any row for maximum stability, which can only be achieved by starting with half a stone. Here I decided to keep the first brick and to put the half-wide stone simply as the next one though. But normally thinking before doing would be better in order to avoid mistakes like this.
Also vorher denken, vorher lesen, dann erst mauern, dann spart ihr euch diesen Fehler. Und zwar habe ich hier mit einem ganzen Stein begonnen. Das soll man bei diesem Mauerformat nämlich nicht. Diese Steine